You might be looking perplexed, confused, bewildered. Hey, Jen Malen, this is a gaming channel. What are you doing in your big daddy wagon talking to us now? Well, I thought it might be fun not to reverse into that car. I thought, oh, listen to the squeal. I need a new fan belt. I thought it might be fun. Yeah, all right, car. All right. It's all good. To do a little video where I talk to you, have a little bit of a rant, a bit of a whinge, just generally have a little catch up, a little chit chat. You know, you don't know me, I don't know you, so what better way to learn than to talk to you now? Now, the reason I'm out and about today on this beautiful Sunday morning, Britain, love it, is that our washing machine packed up, and we're also moving pretty soon, so we didn't really see the point of buying a new washing machine just to have to move it, because then we could just buy a new washing machine when we've moved to where we've moved to. There's a little, I don't know if you've seen them about, I mean I've never seen them before. The one that popped up here is at certain petrol stations, service stations, probably more common at motorway service stations, are these self-serve laundrette things where it's just like a little station of washing machines out in the fucking elements. Shit's falling around in the car. Where you can go and basically do your washing. The 18 kilo one, I've got quite a lot of kids, so I wanted the big 18 kilo drum, but apparently that one was taken, as was the tumble dryer. Apparently that's what people do around here on a Sunday, is they go to the local laundrette station and do their washing. I mean, I didn't realise that many people were currently living without a washing machine. I thought I was a peculiar minority to not have a washing machine in this day and age. But hey ho, it was £5 whole, and it takes about 40 minutes, which is actually really good. Considering my washing machine, I mean, my washing machine was on its last legs anyway. My washing machine would take a good, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, for a sort of standard load, mixed colours, things like that. Why are you driving so slowly? What annoys me when you want to overtake someone, right? But the person in the overtaking lane next to you is just hovering just by the tail end of your vehicle, so you don't know if you've got the safe room to move out. I'm going, fuck it, fuck you. Listen to the squeal. Rain's really picking up now. So that's going to take about 40 minutes, and what I'm doing in the meantime to keep myself occupied is going to pick up a new car seat for my daughter, because we've got this car seat and we bought it a while ago because she's autistic, or at least, you know, she is. We haven't had a diagnosis yet, so don't come at me with one of those like, oh, you can't self-diagnose, you can't just assume. Mate, anyone who's met her, anyone who knows her, all of the medical professionals who've seen her thus far know there's something going on, so don't come at me, right? She's basically autistic. The diagnosis process in Britain takes a very long time, so don't come at me with this shit, right? Anyway, we bought a Recaro fucking like car seat. Comes with like built-in speakers, comes in with a little headphone port, you can play music through it, you connect it on the Bluetooth. Amazing. And she fucking hated it. She hated it, and I mean she hated it. She doesn't sit in it now. She sits in the one for her younger sister, and her younger sister sits in that one. But her younger sister don't really like it either. So I'm on the way now to one of those lovely Facebook Marketplace meetups to pick up another car seat, and I thought, document it. Why not? If you've got an opportunity to make some content, you should make some content. Gaming content's been lacking, I do apologise. My setup's, I'm still working on my setup. I've got a home office, which is where I work from home, and I did have it all as one sort of big setup, so I had like 3 monitors, both my PCs, all at my desk. But I just found that because I was sat at that desk all day for work, I didn't want to be then sat at that desk all evening as well, doing my own work and doing you know, some of my bits and bobs. Because it just like, I was just like, oh, I'm still sat at my work desk. Like, that's what it feels like, even though it's not. So yeah, so I had a little bit of a change around. I picked up a monitor yesterday. Get this, I picked up a pretty decent monitor yesterday in a charity shop for £3. Now I know a lot of people I know anyway, look down on charity shop purchasing, but it's brilliant. You get second-hand items for a ridiculously reasonable price, and you're supporting a good cause whilst doing it. Like, what's the issue there? If you take issue with charity shops, not so much for clothing, like I do sort of understand where you come from on clothing, because obviously people have worn it. I have volunteered in charity shops before. I know that, you know, there is they do sort of process it before they put stuff out. Like, if something comes through that's minging, they'll either try and clean it or get rid of it, depending on what it is. Obviously, any donations of underwear straight in the bin, because why the fuck are you donating your shitty skiddies to a charity shop? That's just cruel, if anything. I got it for £3 because it didn't have the power plug, so I was like, sick. I've got plenty of those at home anyway. And then I got it home and I realised it had this weird, unique sort of 3-pronged power plug. Not even the three-pronged. That's hard to say a lot. Not the sort of 3-pronged power plug that you would expect, you know, the sort of block with the 3 slits. It's one of those ones where it's like 3 little tubes, like, that go into the back of it. And I was like, fuck. I just bought myself a fucking a brick. I just spent £3 on a brick. But luckily I had a little dig online and I found the right plug for it. So that'll be coming at some point. It didn't cost like the earth. So I've still got a monitor for quite cheap in my eyes. You know, it's cost more closer to a tenner now rather than £3. But I mean, it's £3. Like, I ain't turning my nose up at a £3 monitor, a £10 monitor. It's a nice size. It's got all the controls on the front. It's got the built-in sound system. So I'm pretty happy with it, to be fair. I'm just arriving now at an address. I'm gonna stop filming for a second just so I can concentrate on where the fuck I'm going. Right, well, that was relatively stress-free. Bit of a weird address. Maybe you think you need wipers for your actual side windows as well. The address was pretty easy to find. In like geographic senses, but in terms of actually, they've got this gate that's like almost secluded in the hedge. Oh god, it's worse. It's bad when it's wet. It's not. It's all right when it's dry. It's an old car, but we got this car off someone who hadn't driven it in a very long time. It'd been sat in their garden essentially. There was like a recovery bloke. Oh, that looks narrower than it was before. He's parked there. Complete new loft door, absolutely free. Oh, so it'd been sat idle for a very oh, Joe, you think the big car has a better suspension? It's been sat idle for a very long time, and I could tell the second like I got there, it was late at night, and it was like on tick over, and I was like, that don't sound good at all. And he was like, no, it's fine. Like, I've done this, that, and the other to it. And other than the squealy fan belt, it's in pretty impressive condition for its age. You know, it's considering how like filthy cheap it was as well. Yeah, I mean, it shows signs of age. It's almost 30 years old. Like, I'm 30 this year. This will be 30 in a couple of years. So, you know, the fact that it runs as well as it does, and it only had, I mean, how genuine this is, I don't know, but it only had 87,000 miles on the clock when I got it, so. And it's not rusty. I mean, there's a few patches of rust in like areas where there's dinks, like there's a dink on one of the doors, and a scratch, and then obviously the bit of exposed metal's got a bit rusty, but that's going to happen. The boot doesn't shut properly. What are you doing pulling out, you fucking... Whoa. Honestly. Was I indicating to go round and roundabout? No, mate. Oh, the boot doesn't shut properly. It shuts, it latches on, it's not going to fly open, but it just kind of like wobbles on the latch a bit. So when I'm driving along, if I like hit a bump, I can hear it go. And if I really hit a big bump, I get a little puff of air out the back of my head just to remind me. It doesn't sound good. I felt like doing a bit of driving and doing a bit of talking, because otherwise I'm just on my own, just with my thoughts. Like, and obviously I'm not about that. I like to share. I like to share with my 8 followers. So I'm on the way back to my washing now. I'm going to see how long's left on it, but then just chill out for a bit before it's done. I think it's a 43-minute cycle, so it should be nearly done by the time I get back. If not, I'll be waiting 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe. I started this new channel. I've had many iterations, many names, many versions of myself where I'm trying to get my social media career off the line, because I just no matter what job I do, whether it's my job now, which I love, working from home, which obviously is about as near as damn it to sort of working, being your own boss and doing your own thing without actually sort of just Twitch streaming all day and making YouTube videos and God knows what else, which is the dream for me. But yeah, it's good. But that's a long way off yet, because you know, all the research and stuff I've done online and other Twitchers and stuff that I've watched, you either have to have like a strong financial foundation to not be able to work, which I definitely don't, or you need to have built up a good following so that you're already at that point where you've got the base, you've got the following, you've got the regular viewers, you've got the regular income, ad revenue, you know, YouTube partner, Twitch affiliate, Twitch partner, whatever. And there is a bit of a difficulty there, because if you're working a full-time job, you can't commit the hours you need to grow on places like Twitch and YouTube. You know, at least quickly anyway. Like if I could quit tomorrow, start my Twitch streaming, fucking 9 till 5, 9 till 4, 10 till whatever, or even if it was 3 till midnight or 3 till 10 or something in the evenings, every day, then the progress would come a lot quicker, and I know that, but I don't have thousands and thousands of pounds to be able to sit back and be like, well, I got money, rent and bills paid, so let's just focus on that. But you know, that'll come with time, and I'll just have to be patient, do it the slow way, stream when I can in the evenings, produce the content when I can, and that's the dream really. That's the goal, is to focus on making the content as and when I can, trying to be consistent with it, because that is my biggest downfall, is content consistency, because I am constantly going, say of an evening, I'll say to the missus, I'll say, oh, I'm going to do a Twitch stream tonight. Yeah, fine, cool. And then I get to it and I'm like, oh, get dinner sorted. By the time I've had dinner, I'm like, oh, can't really be arsed. And then I don't do it. Now, I do like to shirk the blame of that onto like my mental health and things like that, because it's not great, but to be honest, doing stuff like this, making my gaming videos, doing my Twitch streams really helps my mental health. So for me, that's not an excuse, it's just pure laziness, to be honest with you. Right, so we are back at the petrol station. Hopefully my wash hasn't finished already and no one's nicked all my clothes. Let's have a little looky-loo, shall we? Next to it. That looks like it's still going. Ooh, don't twat the fucking machine. Right, well, there's about 15 minutes left on the timer, on the old washing machine-y. The tumble dryer is now free, so I'm debating whether or not to do that, but that is another 45 minutes, and I already have been out for a while. And it's not the drying so much I'm worried about, because I do have, obviously, you know, I don't have a tumble dryer at home, but I have facilities to dry my clothes, so I don't have to worry about that. And really, to be sat here for another 45 minutes for the sake of, you know, some slightly fluffier, drier clothes, I'm not so sure. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna wait this last 10-15 minutes out, chill out, probably scroll through TikTok. Gonna have my little Monster. Don't know if you've seen this new flavour of Monster that's out, it's delicious. It's called Bad Apple. The artwork's pretty cool. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the artwork, to be honest. I know the juiced ones are a bit different anyway, but I quite like the traditional big M down the middle. It's basically, I can describe it as anything. It's like sour apple tango, like a sour apple sweet. But monster. And it is very refreshing and very delicious. Yeah, content hopefully resume as normal. Obviously I was going to make one today. Don't know if I'm going to have time now. Maybe later on. Maybe I'll do a Twitch stream. I don't know. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Part 3 to Doom is coming soon. Part 3 to Doom 3 is coming soon. I did mention in my last video about doing a new horror game that came out. And the game was actually called Horror Gallery. Now, from what I saw when I first checked it out, it looked alright. From the screenshots and the gameplay that I could see, it looked alright. But then I saw the first review has been left on the game on the marketplace, and basically it says, don't waste your money, this is terrible, absolutely crap. Then that puts me in a dilemma, because sometimes when you buy a game like that, it's £8. It's a new game and it's £8, so that probably tells you enough. It's not a high budget game, it's like an indie horror. But sometimes when you buy a game like that, you find a hidden gem. But if you don't find a hidden gem, sometimes what you find is the opportunity for comedy. Because when games are so hilariously terrible, that is in and of itself worth your money and worth your time. Next video, if it's not my Doom 3 playthrough, will be another attempt at the random Game Pass games game playthrough. I will continue to bleat on Twitter. I just want to take a minute. I've spent a lot of this video talking absolute rubbish. So I want to talk about Milen Digital Studio. You probably haven't heard of it. We've started getting the first couple of orders, which is exciting. Oh Jesus! Whoever's used the 18 kilo load has definitely overfilled it. That thing is wobbling, or underfilled it. That's not easy. Why would you? Do you know what? I've still got a load of dirty washing in the back of the car. When I got here, some guy was trying to use the 10 kilo, the 18 kilo one, and it looks like he's put half a load in, because when it's spinning and it's going like someone's chucked a brick in it. Although my fucking one I filled up looks like it's about to come off the hinges. There's a washing machine has an 8 kilo limit. Does that mean dry, or that you put in 8 kilos dry, that's calm, or you have to put in like a certain amount of kilos dry, because when it gets wet it adds up to 10 to the 8 kilo? I don't know. I didn't weigh my washing. I just threw the normal amount I'd throw in my washing machine at home. But then my washing machine at home did break. What to do if you blow up a washing machine at a launderette? Google was no help. It should be fine. I've used one of these things before. If I don't... see, how's it say? His has just finished the spin cycle, which means mine should be about to finish. Because I started mine just after his. I wish it would stop shaking like that. It looks like it's about to come off the hinges. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Yeah, so there's a great selection of digital... a lot of digital prints that my dearly beloved has designed and drawn on the tablet thingy, and as well as Printify and Gelato, genius platforms, these things, where I've put those designs on a number of different products. We just sold our first Skyrim matte polyester blanket, like super soft blanket thing, which I was chuffed to bits with. Obviously, the amount of time it's been since I've actually started all this, that sale just about covered all the fees I'd accrued to this point. But it's a start, and I'm excited, and I really hope it arrives and that they like it, because when you do this, you don't see an actual product. You trust that the picture you're using, based on what the software tells you, is going to be cool. So, but head over to there. I've got a Twitter, I've got Insta, the shop's on Etsy. So I'll link it all in the description of the video. Go and check it out, please. Obviously, it's, you know, not to everyone's taste. It's all very gaming themed. A few different bits and bobs, new lines being added all the time. So yeah. Now he's going to use the dryer as well. You haven't got 18 kilos there, you fucking selfish old. I don't get it. You've literally, and you've just thrown it all on the floor. If you've got a wash that you can literally pull out with fucking 2 hands, there's barely anything in there. Oh, I fucking hate people sometimes. Yeah, well done. What a waste of money, you fucking bellend. So he spent £10 for the 18 kilo wash, which I needed. And there's fuck all in there. I've just watched him drag it out into the 18 kilo. There's nothing to it. Oh, I just want to go home. I want my wash to hurry up. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. If you have, that's not 18 kilo either. Suck your mum. If you've enjoyed what you've seen with your eyes, if you enjoy what you've heard with your ears, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, good or bad, I don't care. Subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell notification, all the other shit that everyone else fucking tells you to do. If you could do it for me, that'd be great. Lovely to see some more of you and grow my little community of Gen Millennials. Or, you know, all ages welcome. I'm not one of those, like, if you're not a millennial, get out of my space. No, anyone's welcome. I love you all. I'm just from the millennial generation. So, Gen Millen! Peace.